Why Tom Cruise didn't work as Jack Reacher. Tom Cruise is one of the biggest movie stars in the world and has been a constant for audiences, having hit films for 4 decades. Breaking out in the 1980s with films like Risky Business, Top Gun, and Days of Thunder, Cruise transitioned into the 90s by working with some of the best directors of all time, with Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut, Paul Thomas Anderson's Magnolia, Brian De Palma's Mission Impossible, and Steven Spielberg's Minority Report, cementing him as one of the most dedicated actors alive. His latest film, Top Gun: Maverick, was the surprise hit of the 2022 summer and became his highest-grossing film of all time, and the first time the actor made a movie to cross $1 billion at the box office worldwide. Last year, the actor released the 7th Mission Impossible film, and he is already shooting the 8th film, the popular franchise, one that has been going on since 1996. However, one franchise that Cruise tried his best to launch, Jack Reacher, just never quite clicked. Update January 17, 2024. This article has been updated following Reacher Season 2, with more information on how the series has become a hit, moving beyond Tom Cruise. The attempted Jack Reacher franchise, created by author Lee Child in 1997, the Jack Reacher character has been the focus of over 28 novels. The last one, The Secret, was released less than 3 months ago, and the next entry, In Too Deep, will hit bookshelves in October 2024. In 2012, Cruise starred in Jack Reacher, which was based on the 9th novel One Shot. The film received positive reviews and performed somewhat decently at the box office when it was released during the holiday season, grossing $80 million domestically and $218 million worldwide against a $60 million budget. The film was meant to become a franchise starter, but it took over 4 years for Paramount Pictures to make a sequel. In 2016, Jack Reacher: Never Go Back opened in theaters and performed far lower than the previous film, with $58.7 million domestically and $162 million worldwide. That was $56 million less than its predecessor, while also having a bigger budget, putting a nail in the coffin for the film series. The next year, another attempted Tom Cruise movie franchise would fall flat with the 2017 film The Mummy. Since then, the Jack Reacher franchise has been given new life with a television show titled Reacher on Amazon Prime Video starring Alan Ritchson in the lead role. Yet one would imagine a movie star like Tom Cruise, who has headlined some of the biggest movies of all time, should have been able to take this book series and turn it into a popular film franchise. Why did it not work? A combination of Cruise's own star power hurting the project and the source material actively working against him might have been the downfall of this potential franchise. One of the biggest contentions with Cruise's casting among fans of the book series was the star's physical appearance. In the novels, the character of Jack Reacher is described as 6'5", almost a whole foot taller than Tom Cruise, who stands at 5'7". The series author defended the casting choice at the time, citing that it would be difficult to find an actor to fit Reacher's described height in the book. Worth noting that Dwayne Johnson was in the running for the role, and he is the exact height as the book's character, and current Reacher actor Ritchson is 6'2". The author explained that the height was a way to characterize Jack Reacher as an unstoppable force, but the casting of Cruise was meant to play off the actor's movie star persona as an impossible man of action audiences have seen do crazy stunts for years. When it was announced that Tom Cruise would be portraying the towering and imposing Jack Reacher in the 2012 film adaptation of Jack Reacher, fans of Lee Child's best-selling novels raised more than a few eyebrows. Tom Cruise, despite his star power and undeniable talent, was seen by many as an odd choice for the role of Reacher. The reasons go beyond mere physicality, though that is a central issue for fans of the book. The dissonance between the literary Jack Reacher and Tom Cruise's interpretation touches on various elements, from Reacher's iconic stature to his understated complexity as a character. Here's why Tom Cruise didn't quite work as Jack Reacher. 1. Physicality. A key discrepancy. The most glaring reason Tom Cruise didn't fit the role is his physical stature, which is wildly different from that of the character in the books. Lee Child describes Jack Reacher as a hulking figure, 6'5" tall, 250 pounds, with hands the size of dinner plates and an imposing, almost intimidating presence. This physicality is a fundamental part of Reacher's identity, and how he navigates the world. It's not just about brute strength. Reacher's size plays into the way he commands attention, intimidates adversaries, and handles situations without needing to say much. Tom Cruise at 5'7" is far from diminutive, but certainly doesn't match Reacher's towering presence. This discrepancy was a deal-breaker for many fans. While the magic of cinema can work wonders, Reacher's size isn't just a number, it's integral to how he handles threats and how people react to him. Cruise simply doesn't exude the same level of physical menace or commanding aura that Reacher's size implies. As a result, many fans found it difficult to reconcile the book's descriptions with what they saw on screen. 2. Reacher's stoic, anti-charismatic demeanor. Another reason Cruise didn't work as Jack Reacher lies in the character's personality. Reacher, as written by Child, is a man of few words. He's stoic, calm under pressure, and often unreadable. His quiet confidence and ability to remain detached make him a fascinating character, one who doesn't need to charm or engage to make his presence felt. In contrast, Cruise's screen presence is often highly charismatic and energetic. Whether he's playing an action hero like Ethan Hunt or a cocky fighter pilot like Maverick, Cruise's natural magnetism shines through in his performances. He's often the kind of actor who dominates a scene with his intensity and drive. However, Reacher's power comes from his ability to blend into the background, to appear almost invisible until he needs to act. He's not about charisma, he's about calculated detachment and brutal efficiency. Cruise's take on Reacher felt too polished, too dynamic for a character who thrives on being understated. This misalignment of character portrayal created a disconnect for fans of the book series who expected a more reserved and introverted figure. 3. Action style. While Cruise is no stranger to action sequences, having built a reputation as one of Hollywood's most reliable action stars, the style of action in the Jack Reacher books is distinct. Reacher isn't a superhero-like figure who performs daring stunts and engages in flashy battles. His combat style is rooted in realism. It's quick, brutal, and efficient. Reacher neutralizes threats with precise, devastating strikes, often finishing fights in seconds with little fanfare. His fighting style reflects his military background and no-nonsense approach to conflict. Cruise, on the other hand, is known for his high-octane, larger-than-life action roles. In the Mission Impossible franchise, for instance, he scales buildings, performs death-defying stunts, and fights in extended choreographed sequences. While Cruise certainly toned down his usual action style for the Jack Reacher films, there's still a sense of spectacle in the way he handles the physicality of the role. This doesn't fully align with Reacher's methodical and grounded approach to fighting, which left fans wanting more realism and less Hollywood flair. 4. The misinterpretation of Reacher's intelligence. One of Jack Reacher's defining traits is his sharp intellect. He's a former military police officer with an extraordinary ability to analyze situations, read people, and solve problems. His intelligence often drives the narrative as much as his physical strength. While Cruise portrayed Reacher as competent and clever, there was a certain nuance missing in how the character's intellect was conveyed. Reacher's brilliance is subtle, a product of his experience and observation, rather than flashy displays of intelligence. Cruise's portrayal sometimes leaned too much on action, downplaying the cerebral aspect of the character. 5. Fan expectations and legacy. Tom Cruise's casting also came with the weight of fan expectations. Jack Reacher is a beloved literary figure, and fans have a deep attachment to the way he's portrayed in the books. When an actor as famous as Cruise steps into such a well-established role, the pressure to meet those